Hello, welcome to today's class on cities of the world. Cities of the world. First, let's look at the meaning of a city. A city is a large town where many people live closely together. A large town where many people live closely together, okay? Now, in Nigeria here, we have a number of cities, okay, that make up the country. Now, part of our city has central business district, inner city or city center, industrial zone, and suburbs. So in every city, you see these different parts. We're going to see the meaning of these parts of a city one after the other. First of all, we want to look at the central business district. The central business district. Normally, it's called CBD. This is usually a central location for businesses, offices, shops, and restaurants. It's meant to be strictly commercial area, sometimes with recreational activities like parks and gardens. So CBD of every city is always filled with commercial activities, it's business oriented, okay? And oftentimes in beautiful and large cities, you can see recreational facilities like parks and beautiful gardens with flowers, okay? Now, these are central business districts. The image before you, this is an example of a CBD in Lagos, okay? An example of a CBD in Benin is the ring road that we used to know. Now, another part of a city is inner city, or you say the city center, okay? This area is home to a combination of businesses and homes so that workers can live close to their offices. So when we say the city center, it means that the city actually grew from this middle, okay? So it's from the city center that other parts of the town start developing. Normally, as time goes on, the city center starts to decay, just the way you see at Ibiwe Street in Benin City here. All those axes, the ring road axes, they are the city. Next is the industrial zones. This is an area where factories and industrial structures are located. Industrial zones are far from residential areas because of pollution that factories are likely to cause. So in city centers or in any city where industrial areas are sited, they are often far from residential properties so as to avoid the gas emission, smoke, and the pollution in the atmosphere, making communities around and cities safe for living. This is an image of an industry. So this refers to an industrial zone. If you look at this image critically, you will see that these are pipe steel layouts, okay? Now, you see heavy-duty vehicles that carry crude oil on the highways, okay? These areas are known as industrial zones because they have a lot of activities of heavy vehicles compared to areas where are built up for residential or for other purposes. Now, the next is suburbs, okay? In every city area, there is what we call suburbs. Now, these are residential areas on the outskirts of a town. Houses in the suburbs are usually bigger because there is more space, and suburbs are not as crowded as the city center. Now, though some businesses operate in the suburbs, the city center is more attractive to business owners because of the dense population. So suburbs are like new areas that are developing in town, okay? So there is more space and green areas in such environment. Now, this image is a suburb, okay? Some of these areas, like I said earlier, they are new areas, okay? They are new sites. They are new areas that people start developing because the city center is now choked up or the population is dense. So in suburbs, the population is scanty. You don't have much persons because it's a new place. People are trying to go. Like when you check the local axis in Benin City, okay, the Upper Ekenwa, Upper Siloko, these are new areas. Now we want to look at the various cities in the world. We'll look at the 6 continents of the world and the cities in it. We're starting from Africa. We want to see the cities in Africa and the country. We have Lagos is in Nigeria. Cairo as a city is in Egypt. Kinshasa is in Congo. Johannesburg is in South Africa. Nairobi is in Kenya. Okay, so there are more cities in Africa, but we've taken those 5 because there are prominent ones that we know. Now, Asia continent have cities like Tokyo, which is in Japan, Shanghai, which is in China, Mumbai, which is in India, Karachi, which is in Pakistan, Seoul, which is in South Korea. So these cities are in Asia. The image of Tokyo, it's before you. So anywhere you see such such structures, you identify it with Tokyo. Now, Australia is another continent. Let's look at the cities in Australia and the areas they have been located. Now, you have Sydney as a city is in Australia. We have Melbourne in Australia, Brisbane in Australia, Perth is in Australia, and Hobart is in Australia. Okay, inside Australia, they have their various areas that these cities are situated. Okay, now you have Europe. Okay, in Europe we have cities like London, which is in United Kingdom. We have Moscow, which is in Russia, Ankara, which is in Turkey, Berlin, which is in Germany, Paris, which is in France. Now, European cities are London, Moscow, Ankara, Berlin, Paris. Okay, so all these cities, you find them in Europe. North American cities include New York, it's found in United States of America. Kingston is in Jamaica. Mexico City is in Mexico. Toronto is in Canada. Guatemala City is in Guatemala. So these are the cities in North America. Okay, so when you're asked to say some cities in North America, you will have New York to start with. South America, we have Sao Paulo, which is in Brazil. You have Buenos Aires, which is in Argentina. You have Bogota, which is in Colombia. You have Lima, which is in Peru. You have Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil. So these are cities in South America. Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Bogota, Lima, Rio de Janeiro. Now, there's some cities in Nigeria. We have Warri, is a city in Delta State. Okay, so in Delta, we have a lot of cities, but Warri, Sapele, Asaba, we have a lot of cities in Delta. Then in Akure, okay, we have a city center in Akure, which is Ondo State. Okay, so Akure is a city. You have facilities that make it a city. So this is Akure town in Nigeria. Now you have Kaduna. Kaduna is in Kaduna State. Kaduna is a large city area in Nigeria. Okay, it's one of those cities that got civilized in the early times before independence. Now we want to look at Owerri. Owerri is in Imo State. So Owerri City, okay, it's a large city in Nigeria. It's more in the eastern region of the country. That is the Igbo speaking part of the country. So this is Owerri City in Imo State. Port Harcourt City. Port Harcourt is in Rivers State, Nigeria. Okay, now Port Harcourt is one of the states, including Delta, where our crude oil is being mined. Okay, they are one of the certain states where we have our crude oil that gives us our resources. Now we have an Enugu City, is in Enugu State. Okay, so this is Enugu City. It's in the eastern part of the country. Okay, in fact, virtually all the states in the country have their major cities. But why we took these few 10 is because we wanted to talk about the very large ones in the country. So this is Enugu City. I think this is one of their major campuses and some of their sites areas. You have Uyo City. Uyo is in Akwa Ibom State, okay? Uyo is in Akwa Ibom State, okay? So you can see all the aesthetics, you can see the city, like the city area. You can see that these images, they look livable, the cities look livable. Then the next I want to talk about is Calabar, where you have the Obudu Cattle Ranch, okay? Now, Calabar City is in Cross River State. It's a very beautiful city. Can you see it? It's littered up, has all the beautiful aesthetics of a city. It's not a dirty city. It's one of the most beautiful city in the country. Now, Lagos City is in Lagos State, Nigeria. Okay, Lagos is a very large area that has a very dense population. As population kept on growing, the land kept on becoming smaller as people are occupying it. Now, the last but not the least today is Abuja. This is the capital city of our country, Nigeria, okay? Abuja, it's very organized, well planned, well structured, and everything you can think of a city area is in Abuja, okay? All this is the Zuma Rock in Abuja, and this is the stadium, okay, in Abuja. You can see all the beautiful architectural designs and all the fine structural buildings. Okay, so all these things make a city livable. You can see all the trees, you can see the buildings, the high-rise buildings, the skyscrapers. So these are the things you see in a city that makes it a city. Thank you for watching this video on Cities of the World. Be good.